Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and welcome to show and tell number 73. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. It's been busy around here. And when I say that, I mean totally random, not dramatic, busy, just busy. It's always stupid stuff around here. We're not overly dramatic people, so it's just kind of well, we're going to go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. I did finish my poncho wrap thingy thing here. There's really no easy way to show you this while I'm wearing it, but I really wanted to wear it. I blocked it a little wonky, so I'm going to have to come through with some damp hands and kind of flatten any of the rippling. That was my fault. I knew it was going to happen. What I meant to do was actually unpin it from the board before it completely dried and forgot. That happens. That happens a lot. But it's done. It's cute. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. So I told you guys the last 2 weeks I did extra increasing on it. Get myself resituated in my clothes there. So I followed the increasing pattern as it was written for the second half of it. If you've got the pattern and read through it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So there's the section for the yoke here, and then there's the section for the body of it. I followed the increasing as written for that first body increase. Every other eyelet section in the middle of the stockinette stitch portion, and I think I did 40 extra stitches or 4 sets of increases to get it to where, you know, I've got full movement of my arms and everything. It floats away from the body instead of up against my arms. So I have plenty of room to move in it. It's very comfortable. Of course, you know, it's like 975 degrees here because Carolina's be hot and humid. We were supposed to be storming by now, and it is, I think the real feel is 100, 110 or something like that right now. Yeah. And it's getting super hot really early in the morning. Sorry, I'm not used to wearing my hair all the way down anymore, and I'm realizing just how flat it looks. So yeah, like by the time I get back from my walk at like 9:30 in the morning, it is already scorching. The humidity is miserable right now, but I love my poncho. So, and like I said, I love the way that dark blue just kind of pops up at random. I will definitely be making another one of these. This is a very lightweight sock yarn. It's a size 1 fingering weight. I will definitely be making another one. I do have that Cascade Heritage in the purples and grays, and I'm thinking about doing one in that. And I do have one that's in reds with greens, and I'm thinking about making one in that too. So, love the pattern. I will, as always, if there's a pattern, link it down below in my description box here. Absolutely love the pattern. Super easy to follow, super easy to adjust for your breadth. I did the large size. I knew I wanted it wider on the shoulders. I did have to block it a little extra to get it to where, okay, styling here. If I want to pull it up and just kind of wear it more like a cowl, I wanted to be able to do that. I wanted to be able to pull it off my shoulders. And if you look at the pattern, she actually wears it kind of like this, which is kind of cute. It's super drapey. I think it's fantastic. If you have a really nice, like the wool-like or something like that, or really soft acrylic fingering weight yarn, you could easily make this and steam block it in sections and have it like perfectly round. Mine did not work out perfectly round because, like I said, I forgot to pull the combs early. I should have used my lace wires. I really should have. And I knew I should have when I blocked it, but I didn't. That's on me. But I can come through, just like I said, damp hands, fix that problem. No issue. So that's my only yarny finished object this week. There. Once again, I've mentioned this before. When it's this humid, you sweat. It doesn't evaporate off your body, which cools you off. That's why we sweat. And you just sweat and sweat and sweat. And it just kind of stacks and you start feeling stagnant. And you lose a lot of fluid. I've already lost quite a bit of fluid today. I'm pretty hot. Pretty dehydrated. I was going to bring my coffee down. I never finish my coffee. I drink like 1 cup of coffee before I leave for my walk and then finish the 2nd cup of coffee with lunch. Didn't do that. I mean, granted, it is only 11. Like, it's not like it's super, super late in the day. All right. I do have other finished objects. Whole bunch of cards here. And I was thinking yesterday as I was finishing up the A2 size cards, like I really should have, by the way, A7, 5x7, A2, 4 1/4 by 5.5. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the size that the card is. I should have showed 5x7s last week because they were completely done stamping and everything, but it really wouldn't matter because this is all the 5x7s. These are all the A2. So, the paper pack I've been working with is, I think from last year, but I forgot to double check. When I get a new paper pad, I write the year on the spine up here. And there's not enough of the glue band left to show me what it was. But it's either from 2019 or 2018. But this was Christmas Farmhouse Craft Smart. It was one of the hot buy pads from Michaels. But I think now they've moved to where like all their seasonal pads are hot buy pads. They're not doing the whole collections like they did 2 or 3 years ago with like Halloween and stuff where you can get stickers, washi tape, and paper pads 6x6 and 12x12 that all match. And like 2 years ago, they even had worms. Anyway, they had very expansive collections, and their regular price was $20, and it stayed $20 unless they were running a Halloween sale, versus their hot buy collection, which like everything that's a hot buy will be on sale. But I got some super awesome cards, and I'm pretty excited. So let's figure out the direction we're going here. I've not weighed these. I haven't counted these, anything like that. These have just been sitting down here. So I took the 4x6 cut aparts, and I mimicked that Z-fold card from Call Me Crafty Owl. I can't remember which month's sheet load of cards that was from. There's 2 pages that are identical. Some of the papers might be a little bit different for these. The larger stamp I used is from the May Made It collection, and it's Lasting Memories of Christmases Ago Bring Us Together and New Memories Grow, which I love that. I love her stamp sets. That's actually one of the reasons why I found her channel. I will link her channel and shop down below. She also has some amazing tutorials for how to plan or think about going through. She uses a lot of like the kits that come with like 12 sheets of paper and a sticker sheet kind of thing. I think it's As Many As You Can Make is what her series is. Absolutely love watching her. I am a sucker for cute couples, and her husband Vince just tickle me to no end. They're from the South as well. So there's a lot of familiarity there when you're listening to her talk. I think I'll show you what I have left of the pad here in a minute when I'm done showing you what I did here. This is from a Michaels stamp set. And I think it's one that they have regularly. I don't think that one was a Christmas season collection one. But I really loved this paper pack. I thought it was a lot of fun to use. It was very easy. It's been very easy to use so far. I know I have over 50 cards. All right, so these are the last two. I think this one is one of my favorites. I'm not generally a huge fan of the truck kind of thing, but it was kind of hard not to love it. Kind of hard not to love it. By the way, because I forgot to email you, Leah, your cards went out yesterday. I keep forgetting to email you. I remembered at, I think it was 11:30 last night, and I was not going to get out of bed to email you. So I've got a couple of these. And the saying is, 'tis the season to wish one another joy, love, and peace. And on the inside, they say Merry Christmas. I used a couple of different sticker sets. Some of them have stickers on the back. Some of them just have washi tape on the back. I used my Cricut. I used my color printer to print the piece. Used my Cricut to cut it out. I don't have a whole lot of dies and stamp sets and things like that. I for some weird reason, I actually really enjoy cutting paper out by hand. So I will use like embellishments like this, and that's what I use my Cricut for. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 8 of each of these, and the papers alternate. It's the same 4 papers in different arrangements there. Actually, this might not take me so long to get through because that's 16. Once again, that's another Call Me Crafty L, or it's the same one, but I use the full sheet load for that. This is another Call Me Crafty L sheet load of cards. I just really, really love her sheet load. Deer sticker. I am not sure why I even bought those to begin with, but they worked perfectly with this paper pack. I really enjoy being able to crank out a huge number of cards seamlessly and be able to just throw them together. Like, I can not throw them together. I still intentionally put them together and stuff, but they're just, it's easy for me to work through, especially, I know this sounds horrible, but seasonal paper packs are one of the things I've way overbought in the years. I've only been paper crafting for like 3 years now, 4 years maybe. And in particularly Christmas, I have way overbought. So I don't need my paper to go that far. I need to use it. And that's one of the things I really love about these sheet loads and how beautiful. I mean, I've got a number of single men on my Christmas card list. How beautiful is that for a guy? A lot of my cards tend to be very, very flowery and girly. I don't mean to be, but they do tend to be a little girly or a little childish. I really love like the Doodlebug collections from the last couple of years with they're almost kind of chibi looking Santa Clauses and little vampires and werewolves. You'll see some of that when I start doing my Halloween cards next, but they're so stinking adorable. They're very childish. They're very childlike, but you can appreciate them as an adult. So I'm always pleased when I have something that turns out a little bit more masculine and adult versus Dragon Tales or you know, very, very, very girly, painfully girly. And this is the last set that I did. This is actually the newest sheet load of cards. This is July's sheet load pattern, and I think these are gorgeous. Kind of had an Oprah moment there. With this paper set, the black was really nice to use as a backer. And for some reason, this one just turned out stunning. I used one other, I thought I used one other variation. Yes, I did. Okay. So this is with the plaid in the front. So you can see what I mean. Like, you cut the papers based on, she maximizes like the number of cards you can get. So you're alternating what they are. I love these. Love these. So yeah, what I did first was just go through and get the bulk of the cards I was going to be able to get from the paper pack using the sheet load of cards. What I have left in whole sheets is my 2 banner pieces. I actually have a couple of business size cards already cut, the tops cut, and I use I'm assuming you guys have opened a scrapbook paper pad. I don't know if you have or haven't, but a lot of them come with these whole design things. You've seen, if you see like the Christmas gift that I sent Becky over at Funny Farm Crochet, like I frame a lot of them. If you look at my Christmas decor for the last 2 years, in the frames, you'll see, you know, like season's greetings or things like that. A lot of those are just the big 12 by 12 frameable pieces. And I get a cheap, inexpensive frame. It's like, I think regular price is like $18 from Hobby Lobby, but use your coupon. But it's just a 12 by 12 frame. And I've got one on my mantle over here. And I just switch out what I feel like looking at anytime. So every time I open a paper pack, I pull those out first. Well, this paper, now this one did have like 6 different designs that were 12 by 12 pages, but I was able to use 3 of them in cards. We had some that had a big blank spot for putting pictures with like designs around it. And then we had this gorgeous dark green with gold leaves. Where did I? Which made this. It's like holly. There's actually leaves back there. It worked so beautifully cut up like this. And I also used my scraps to do just because the little gold pops on the little scalloped circle really weren't enough to know that it was supposed to be a design in most cases. So I actually was able to capitalize on those a lot out of this paper pad, which made me really happy. Yeah, this is one. So I'm using the top to make slimline cards. Actually, the other page of this, I use this to do the circles on the Deck the Halls card. So I was able to actually use these in card making for the most part. But that's pretty thick on the bottom because I do have a lot of strips. But this is what I have left so far from that whole paper pad. So I'm actually, like I said, I mean, I know I have at least 50 cards so far, and I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. But I'll count those and weigh them today, hopefully. Hopefully I remember to take them up with me. Next order of business. I asked you guys if anybody had any of this yarn. I had searched eBay and Etsy for hours. Could not find it. I knew it was going to be a bear to try to frog it because it's only 10% mohair, but the yarn itself is super fuzzy. Donna, thank you. She found an Etsy or eBay listing for 2 whole balls plus scraps, leftovers. See down here, it looks exactly like the one I had, except it's just dark on the outside. But in person upstairs, like it almost looked vaguely purple, but because I have the other ball that I already had, the switch and dye lot's really not going to make a huge difference. But now I can get on with that Just Feel Festive shawl. But in the interim, I almost had this done. If I hadn't played with cards yesterday, I could have had this Just Feel Festive shawl done. So we're almost done. I need probably one more ball of yarn into this. This is Vanna's Choice in Rose Mist. We started a new television series called Glitch on Netflix. So we've been watching that in the evenings, and I keep getting really engrossed. So simple project. We also took a little road trip Saturday morning and needed something to work on in the car. So I actually started this Saturday morning. Love it. Love it. I think this is already 6 balls. I think I had 9 total. So this is 6 balls already. I've got 3 left. So I'll put 1, maybe 1.5 into this, and this will be done. That's probably my new favorite crochet go-to shawl. And it's because with that rhombus shape that it has, those peaks, if you do your if you measure it how you want it to fit from the top corner and the diagonal bottom quarter, or whichever direction, and just measure the straight edge. If you measure that for how you want it to wrap around you, the tails give you the weight, the perfect amount of weight to keep it around you. I love the way it fits. I love the way it looks. I love the granny stitch. So I'm always going to be down for a granny stitch. But the way that tucks in, it's the same thing. When you find something that just fits right all the time, that's how I feel about my Yvette shawl that Laurel designed. It just cups your shoulders and stays put. You don't need shawl pins and everything else to keep it around you. So if you're like, I wear a lot of my shawls when I'm sitting on the sofa or sitting at the computer. And if you're typing and moving and knitting and crocheting while you're wearing a shawl, like the last thing you want to have to do is like stab yourself with a pen, which I've been known to do a couple of times, or, you know, tie it around yourself, or you just get frustrated with it. It becomes too fidgety. It's not fun to wear. And these are some of my favorites because they fit exactly how you want them to fit. Like you can wrap that around your shoulders and it stays right here in the crook of your arm. It doesn't slip and go wonky and everything else. It's the perfect shape to stay put. I hate fidgeting with my clothes. That's one of the reasons why I wanted this to be so wide. I don't want to be sitting here all day, every day. I want to just be able to put clothes on and leave them alone. My last thing, and then I'll get it. We're already 20 minutes. This is why I end up doing 2 videos every week. I have my acquisition of the week. So this is my Maker of the Month bag from Christy Cook over at Tea Doddles. I will link her channel and her Etsy shop down below. So you can watch her video as she discusses the spoilers for this month. But this is the bag. She discusses all of the, she actually has like her fabric choices and everything else and why she went with what for the theme. We have some super duper cute Maker charms. I am really dying to try this tea. This almost did not make it to filming. This got here Tuesday, so I only had to wait 2 days. But this is turmeric, chili, matcha, green tea. So I am dying to try that. We got some colored pencils, which is to stay down here. And then we got some coloring sheets. Yeah. I just filed my fingernails last night. I don't know what I did with them, but they're not scraping very well. That one. And these are my favorite kind of things to color. I love the fractal designs and things like that. So that is my maker kit. I mean, I feel like I just sit here and just rave and rave and rave. So you already know how I feel about this. I love it. Obviously, I love it. I keep getting them every month. I keep telling myself, well, no, but... and then I still get them. And then I forgot to show you all the inside fabric. But yeah, I love my little mini bags. Especially with, like I've said before, the number of sock weight projects I've been working on. These are perfect for holding my little sock cakes because I've only made that one ball sack and I still haven't finished the pair of socks that are in there. So I am like, I do like when I am previewing these videos and correcting any of my misspeaks or need to put something on the screen and stuff, I call it editing, but it's really not. I don't like do more than smush things together and correct myself. But like when I do that, I'll sit there and work on the sock, or as my video compiles before I upload it, I will work on the sock while I'm just sitting there. So I am still working on those socks, my really obnoxious socks. I just haven't finished them yet. I'm almost to the heel. I mean, I'm literally like... But yeah, so next week we'll have a Just Feel Festive shawl. I am still working on the vest from Interlacements. And I have like 3 patterns picked for the other zigzag yarn. And I'm still not sure which one I'm going to do. I'm partially tempted to make another one of these with it. And do a comparison of using that versus the tippy toe sock. That's also been something I've considered. So we'll see. But definitely check out the description box because I just told you a bunch of stuff I'm going to put up there. I'm going to have Call Me Crafty Al, May Made It, T-Doddles, the patterns. Hopefully I'll be paying attention as I edit this. And anyway, you guys take care. I love you and I will see you real soon. Bye, guys.